loud. Do you want to give us a louder voice? We'll talk like this, like Bob Barker.
Oh, perfect. I can hear you.
Oh, perfect.
All right.
What's going on? Let's get some energy now.
Woo! I'm so excited.
All right. What can we tell this audience of yours?
Well, I showed off both Trey and Dana. I showed both of you guys off in the presentation. So obviously it's using ClickFunnels. Obviously you love it. I'd love to hear just your opinion on ClickFunnels, your experience so far as a customer, and what you think everybody should do.
Oh, man. Cheezo. Like, obviously get ClickFunnels. Obviously get this package because you get ClickFunnels for free. Like, that's just insane in the membrane right there. It's changed my life. It's changed my business. We've been using ClickFunnels for 4 years now, I believe. And Todd Dickerson was nice enough to tell me, like, I was like one of the first 100 signups of ClickFunnels, which I thought was really cool. And dude, it's literally took our business to quantum leaps of levels, to say the least, because we've had so many breakthroughs just by using ClickFunnels. It's amazing. Like, it's made us so much money. It's retarded.
And one thing, I don't know if everybody knows this or not, but Trey currently has the record for the highest grossing funnel in ClickFunnels. I know everybody else on this panel is gunning for him though right now. This is super echoey on my side. Is that echoey for you guys?
You sound fantastic.
All right, cool. Let's keep going then. Very cool. So how many funnel? So when Trey got started, one thing he told me is like, I'm going to try to launch a new funnel every single week till one of these things takes off. And you did. And then how many did it take you for, like, you had the one funnel that just like blew up for yourself?
I would say that was probably our 12th funnel or our 20th. It's probably in there. 12th to 20th funnel was probably
somewhere in that range.
I don't know.
I see some people who, like, they try one funnel, like, oh, I tried, but nothing happened. And they just like give up. It's like, no, like, try again and then try again. And like the first time you do it, it's going to suck. But if you keep doing it, eventually you'll get a little bit better and a little bit better. And then eventually it'll actually be awesome. And it's insane when you have one that hits, how fast it can go and how it can just like change your life overnight.
You were the person to tell us that, man. And
I lost the audio.
Because that was absolutely awesome. You know, we had a funnel, and I was like telling you, I was like, man, we're using Facebook right now, and we want to take it past that. And you started saying, well, this is what you need to do. Here's the conversion stuff and tweaks you need to make. And dude, if we didn't have ClickFunnels, it would have taken a developer. It would have took somebody who knows HTML code, which I definitely don't know, and probably someone just to monitor it to make sure their servers are up and running. With ClickFunnels, like, we've been able to push traffic and spike traffic, and there's been no delay. There's been no, like, oh, your site's down. Like, that's what's been so amazing with it is if you do have a scalable offer, when you create one through ClickFunnels, like, you don't have to worry about traffic bogging down the system because you guys on your end are making sure everything's running efficiently. And I just have to worry about it's a good offer or not. Like, that's what I love about ClickFunnels.
That's so awesome. Thanks, Trey, for showing up. So, Dana, what's your opinion? You've been using ClickFunnels now for a long time as well. And you were there the day we figured out that every single funnel, if you use all the things, increases your conversion so high. So curious your thoughts on everything.
Well, first, for those that don't know me, I'm a goat farmer. And if I can use ClickFunnels, you can use ClickFunnels. And the thing that I guess, like, I just want all of you who are on the fence to just think about is, number one, like, Russell gives you 6 months of figuring out. So, like, Trey, it took him like 10 funnels to do it. So you have 6 months to just figure this crap out. And guess what? It's not going to work like right away, maybe like it didn't for Trey, but it was worth it, right?
Oh gosh. Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That's number one. And then number two, like, dude, it has changed my life in so many ways because, like, I have gone from being like a no-name just goat farmer for real to becoming like, I flew out to work with Trey. I flew out to work with Russell. We found out that amazing statistic when I was out there. And I'm now connected to these amazing people. So even if it's not software, like, it's a lifestyle. It's a group of amazing people that you're really buying into. That's what it really is.
That's so awesome. Well, very cool. Well, thanks you guys for sharing your story. We got a lot of people, but I want to talk to everyone, but thank you guys so much. And I wish we were all hanging out again. Very cool.
See ya.
All right. Thanks, guys. So who's up next? Who is it?
Hello, it's me. I'm up.
What's up, Julie?
Hey.
All right, Julie is up next. And Julie's been to Boise now like 3 times this year. hanging out, talking about ClickFunnels, and I'm excited to hear kind of your experience and your story with ClickFunnels so far.
Yeah. So I was one of those people that was scared to death to start. I built a funnel and I just sat on it for like 3 months because I was like, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. And I remember turning it on and I was making pretty good money. I was a web designer, service provider. I was making $10,000-$20,000 a month. And I finally got the nerve to turn my funnel on. And within 3 months, I had hit $90,000 a month. And I couldn't believe you were right. I was like, that worked. And so since then, my whole life is ClickFunnels. I'm actually one of the few people that is making a full-time living just as an affiliate for ClickFunnels, in addition to all the money that I'm making from my own products and services. So when Russell says that ClickFunnels, you should never have to pay for ClickFunnels, I can't tell you, every time I sink money into this company and into Russell, it comes back to me 10 times over. So I don't know what else to say except get off the fence.
That's so awesome. And you've helped a whole bunch of like stay-at-home moms and stuff use ClickFunnels as well to launch businesses and stuff as well, right?
Yeah. I mean, I had a client, I helped build her funnel. She teaches proofreading. Okay. So like, and not just regular proofreading, but like proofreading for court reporters. And we built her funnel and she made $1 million in 8 months.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I just had another client. She's a web designer. She's like, Julie, I'm so full. I can't take any more web clients. How do I create some passive income? I said, you know what? Let's just put together a couple products, really low cost, $27 for a brand course. And she turned her funnel on 4 weeks ago and she's like, I just cleared $10,000, you know? So she's putting about $200 a day into her funnel and reaping about 1,000 out.
It's like an ATM machine. Just plug it in.
It is. It's ridiculous.
That's so cool. So anyone who's thinking about like, should I get this? Should I not get this? Like, what would you tell them?
I would say get off the fence and go all in, like put some skin in the game, be a little afraid and learn everything you possibly can, because it's not a matter of if it'll work. It's a matter of when it'll work. And if you commit to really understanding the kind of offers that people want, it will work. It's just a matter of how long you're willing to stick in the game. So I would just say go all in. Go all in.
That's awesome. Thank you. So those of you ready to go all in, go to clickfunnels.com/start. And that's where you can get started up right now. So thank you, Julie, so much for hanging out. I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
No worries. All right. Who is up next?
I'm up next.
Rachel's up next. How's it going, Rachel?
So good. So I'm actually at an airport waiting to go home. I just had my first live event and it was crazy. We had 60 people. It was so fun. That we were laughing, we were crying a lot. Imagine that with me. And we were laughing so hard that we were crying. But it was a blast.
Oh, that's so awesome. Very cool. So how long have you been using ClickFunnels now inside of your business?
So I actually just went into the ClickFunnels group the other day. Can you guys hear me okay, even though I'm in a noisy airport? Okay. So I just went into the ClickFunnels group the other day and I searched for my name and I was like, okay, I want to see when I started because I couldn't remember. And if you are like, okay, all these people are lying, they've been using this for years, blah, 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 they've always been successful, I challenge you to do this. So I typed in my name and I found my first time where I said, is ClickFunnels really better than lead pages in that group? Because up until that point, I had been using lead pages. I don't know if I can say that for like copyright purposes. I think I can, but
you already did.
I just did. So I was using lead pages and I remember I was actually sitting up late trying to figure out how I was going to launch this little membership site that I wanted. And the reason that I switched to ClickFunnels was really simple. And it was just because they didn't have a one-click payment integration system for lead pages. But I remember like my heart was beating through my chest. I couldn't afford $97 a month. I was like, oh my gosh, I hope I get 3 people into my membership program because otherwise this isn't worth it. I had failed course launches before that. And now today we have, I think, 660 people in my membership program. But that was just in, thanks guys, it was in April of 2016. So I've been using it for just over a year, about a year and a half now.
Oh, that's so cool. So for those who are sitting here watching this webinar and like, should I do this? Should I not do it? What would you tell them?
Do it. Your heart might be beating through your chest, but even like Julie said, get a couple of people and teach them how to use it and let ClickFunnels pay for itself, or secure a client, make it work, sell just a couple of copies of your course, whatever it is that you have. You only need to sell a little bit to make it worth it. And now you just paid for the system that you can use to leverage yourself to millions of dollars, like many of us on this webinar have done.
So cool. Well, thanks for hanging out with us today. Travel home safely. Congrats on your event. That's so cool. So for any of you guys who are looking for the URL again, go to clickfunnels.com/start. Get started because these bonuses and the cool t-shirts and the unlimited accounts are not going to be there forever, but they are there right now. So it's time to go. All right, who's up next? Alex Hermosi. Oh, you're muted.
I got it. We're good. What's up?
How's it going, man?
I'm good. I'm at my in-laws' house right now, so I'm here with my wife.
What's up, Russell?
Oh, thank you guys so much for jumping on. I super appreciate it.
No, 100%.
Now, what's cool about this, I wanted to share a story because I got a lot of people during the webinar who are like, well, this isn't going to work for my business. I got this kind of thing. So when you started, you guys had gyms.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about that and then also the progression from there.
So I went from having a website that didn't do anything for me at my gym, and I didn't know how to work it. And every time I had this, I had my tech guy, and I hated calling him because he would always charge me like $250 every time. So then I would try and go in there, and then the whole thing would break, and I was like, it was so frustrating. And so then on one day, I was like, I'm signing up for ClickFunnels, I'm going all in because this smart marketing dude in the fitness world was like, you should check out ClickFunnels. So I was like, all right, I'll check it out. And so I was like, I have to figure this out. So I sat down. I was like, all of Sunday, I'm not leaving this room, not going to the bathroom. I can't drink, I can't eat until I figure out what a funnel is and how I can make one. And I ended up being able to. My first funnel went live 4 hours after I made my account, and so we were able to capture leads the next day. So I mean, it wasn't any upsells, it was nothing fancy, but we got it live within 4 hours, and it was getting leads for us within 24.
That's crazy. Now, you had 3 of your own gyms, but then you've helped other gym owners through this process. How many guys have you launched since then?
So we had 6 gyms, and then we sold those, and now since then we've launched over, was it 300?
340?
340 as of today.
It's insane.
Yeah. So it's been working. I was just going to say, it's worked for us as when we were gym owners, it worked for us to get customers as a local business, brick and mortar. And it's also helped us work as a coach for gym owners. And so it's helped in both ways because funnels work, funnels are like air, was it planes always fly, marketing always works. Yeah. So funnels always work no matter where you're at. It's just like air, you just have to get the plane right, but it'll always fly if you have the right physics behind it. So funnels always work no matter where you're at.
So cool. Man, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your guys' stories. It's so much fun watching how much your business has exploded. The gym lords.
Thanks
Awesome.
so much. We appreciate you.
Hey, for anyone who's sitting there should I do this? What are your thoughts for them?
We went from 0 to just a lot in a month, within 6 months, switching everything over, absolutely do it. It'll change your life. This will be the day that you get to think back. Some people are like, oh, I always remember where I was at 9/11. I know where I was when JFK got shot. You'll be able to think back. I remember when I signed up for that webinar, I wasn't sure. And I'm so glad I did because my life changed that day.
Oh, so cool.
I remember where I was.
You guys ready for your life to change? ClickFunnels.com/start. Get your account started ASAP. Thanks, Alex. Thanks, Landon, for hanging out. Appreciate you guys. All right. Up next is Allison Prince.
Can you hear me?
How's it going, Allison?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Thanks for coming and hanging out today.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me. This is awesome. These people are so inspiring. This is I'm in ClickFunnels and listening to their stories gets me re-motivated. I love it. Love it. Love it.
So you just found out about ClickFunnels this year. It hasn't even been that long, right?
No, in January is when I first found out who Russell Brunson was. I had no clue. And a week and a half later, signed up for ClickFunnels, went all in. And within 6 weeks, I had made more in one of my businesses off using ClickFunnels than I did the entire year previously. It was amazing. It's this magical thing. I had so many pieces the previous year, and I wasn't able to serve my clients. And now that all the pieces are together, I'm not worried about broken technology. I'm not worried about this or that. I can truly focus on the people in my course now because everything's running, everything's automated. And it is seriously like, honestly, I know everybody keeps saying it changes your life. Like, I promise you, it's changed mine. Been the best business, as I stutter, best business decision I've ever done in my entire life. Absolutely.
Cool. I love it. For anyone who's like, again, I know people watch the and we still have, looks like we still have like 1,800 people live. So there's 800 people sitting there going like, and they're waiting for like that push. Like, what push would you give them?
Like me, literally, like push it. Just do it. Just do it. You won't regret it. It's amazing. It really is life-changing.
That's so awesome. Thanks for coming on, sharing your story. For you guys who are ready, go to clickfunnels.com/start to get the special offer we talked about today. It's amazing. All right. Thanks, Allison. Okay. Who's next? All right. Brian.
Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you. How's it going, man?
What's going on, guys? These are like my favorite people in the world here. So anyway, I'm just geeking out. It's awesome. It's actually crazy to be on this side because it wasn't that long ago. I was on the other side, like just like Rachel was saying, like, should I do it? And our story is a little bit different. It was like out of pure necessity, like why we even got involved with ClickFunnels. So
I want to hear that story. Can you tell me?
Can I tell you? Yeah. So our primary business was actually selling on Amazon. Like we were selling like millions of dollars in product. And I like literally, I still remember it like yesterday. Anybody who sells on Amazon has the app on their phone and they check it every day. The first thing they do when they wake up, they're like, oh, let me see how sales are going. It was a Tuesday morning and it seemed like a little odd. Like the numbers weren't quite what I was used to. And I was like, all right, that's weird, but whatever, it's Tuesday, maybe, it's a slump in sales, but there's like this immediate, like in the back of everyone who sells on Amazon, there's this like concern, like, what if things get shut down, right? And sure enough, like my heart starts pounding. I go to the computer, I go on, like log into my account, and our number one listing, which like produced over half of our sales, was blocked, like totally shut down. Then our account got shut down. It was all these problems. That's when we realized like we don't have like a real business. Like we don't have a way to communicate with our customers. Like we think we're building this empire on Amazon, but we weren't. So like I had just over 72,000 in product that was sitting there in a warehouse that needed to move. I had no money coming in. I had more product coming in from overseas. So like for me, it was, how do I just break even? Like, how do I just get my money back? Like just sell this product and start getting some of my capital back to reinvest. And that's kind of where it started. So we were able to get that sorted out. And I mean, for us, it was like, that was it. That was my job. I wasn't doing anything else. So I had quit my corporate job and all that. But then like, it was weird because I never thought I would like help people, like train them or do anything like that. I just had my e-commerce business and I was happy. But then I kind of started taking on a few like clients and coaching them through the process and teaching them about like the importance of building up their customer list and all that. And bonding with their customers, building a community, not just having a commodity that you sell on a marketplace. And yeah, like that in that process, it was like one of the most painful things I had been through, but it was the biggest blessing because I found like what I think is my true calling, which is like really helping people, other sellers who were kind of in the same position I was in that don't even realize it, to diversify and build their own sandbox. And it's all because of ClickFunnels. Like ClickFunnels is like the centerpiece of all of it. Because it's what allows us to start that relationship with the customer. Because that's what it's about. At the end of the day, like we are trying to make money, we're trying to sell product, but it's the beginning of a relationship. And ClickFunnels just allows us to do that. So
awesome. I love it. I can't tell you how many stories I know of like people that sold on Amazon or other places like that, and it disappears overnight. And it's just nice to be able to have a place you can go that's consistent. You're not going to lose. And yeah, super inspiring story, man. Thanks so much for sharing.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for everything you do, man.
So for anyone, again, of the 1,800 people who are still waiting here, I want you to give them a push. What would you do, Brian? What do you tell them?
So I think everyone has said the same thing. It's like, you're not sure. Like the biggest thing I keep saying is people are like, well, what about my business? But what about that business? Like, please listen to me. Literally every single business can use ClickFunnels. This is how I describe it to people. It's the difference between just going to like a mass store where if you sell a service, if you sell anything, you have a product, there's probably a mass place someone can buy it, and there's like a curated personal shopper way of buying it, right? And it always is a better experience when you have like a personal shopper. So if you sell anything, it's always better to sell it through a funnel. Like that's all I can say. And nothing makes it easier than ClickFunnels. So if you're nervous about it, like Rachel said, and like Julie maybe mentioned as well, just do it. It's literally risk-free. Like I think this offer has just gotten better. Like so just do it. It's
okay if you over deliver. That's awesome, man. Thanks so much. Yeah, it's funny. People I hear all the time that are like, well, will funnels work for my business? And I always kind of joke. I'm like, well, it only works if your business needs customers or leads. So I think that's every business.
It only works if you're trying to collect money. Like that's the only way it works. So
that's awesome. Thanks, Brian, man, for sharing. I appreciate you. And for those who are ready to start, go to clickfunnels.com/start. The fast bonuses are going away already. People are like waving to me. So now's the time to go, guys. clickfunnels.com/start. All right, up next, I think is Anissa. Let's see. I think you're muted. Are we able to unmute you? There you go.
There we are. How are you?
Doing amazing. How have you been?
I have been really, really awesome. To be honest, I've been really, really good. Last week was phenomenal. So thanks to ClickFunnels.
You had a new record-setting week for your funnels, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So last week we actually made like about $80,000 in 1 week, which is completely crazy. And I mean, you're talking about people that are in different industries. Guess what I do for a living? My first job. Yeah. So absolutely. So I'm actually a dentist, right? So, people are coming on, sharing their stories. And for me, I found ClickFunnels actually, I wrote a book, I had a podcast, and people started to ask me to teach them how I was getting patients from Facebook marketing. And so I was trying to figure out like, how can I find a platform to actually sell my course, like to house my course, right? And so I found out about ClickFunnels. But it's so funny because like that happened actually last year. And when I was researching it, like I didn't even know what the word funnel meant. Like, like I didn't even know what a funnel was. It was so crazy. But I actually taught myself, again, I am not, or was not, an internet marketer or anything like that. I was a dentist, and I figured out the software, which means that it was really, really easy. And actually my first course that I sold, the very first online course, I actually pre-sold about $30,000. And that was all through ClickFunnels. We had an initial offer and we had an OTO. So we're able to sell our second product actually. And I mean, it was really phenomenal.
So cool. So it works for dentists, but it also works for the coaching side because you're on both sides of that business now.
Yeah. So I'll tell a story. And I mean, so now what I'm doing, so last week, why we had such a great week is I actually launched a funnel course for dentists. Cool. So it's called Funnel Mastery, and it's teaching dentists how to use funnels, how to use ClickFunnels to actually get new patients. And so I had a really cool case study of a dentist who actually no one knew her. She started doing Facebook Lives, and we actually built up an audience, and she was able to actually use ClickFunnels to build a VIP guest list. And so when she was ready to actually launch that she was taking new patient appointments, she actually had several hundred leads, and she had over 50 new patients booked for her practice before it even opened. And again, when I was like, oh, this is what we're going to do. We're going to build up an audience, and then we're going to create a funnel. And she was like, we're going to do what? So now like all of the dentists have been following her journey over the last 4 months, and all of the dentists are like, we want to know how to use funnels inside of our dental practices. And so, I mean, it's really, really huge. So again, you can use it as a coach, as a consultant, no matter what you're selling. As a service, I'm using it for my dental practice as well. I also practice as well to be able to get new patients in. I mean, it's just so many different ways you can use ClickFunnels. It's really cool.
So awesome. Well, thanks for coming and sharing your story. For everyone who's still listening, we got tons of you guys on here. So everyone's captured by hearing everyone's stories. And I love hearing them from all the different industries. It's so cool. So thanks, Nissa, for sharing. And those who are still on the fence, time to go. Go to clickfunnels.com/start. Now is the time.
Good stuff.
Awesome. Okay, up next is Dan.
What's up?
How you doing? doing?
Hey, I'm doing freaking great. I'm doing awesome. How are you doing?
Is this your new house in the background?
It is. I'm glad you asked because I love showing it off. Okay, look at this crap. Look at it.
Holy cow!
It's so big it won't fit in the screen. Okay, look at that. I can't fit it in the screen, but this is the view I wake up to every morning right here. Okay, and let me tell you this: every single dollar that paid for this humongous house went through ClickFunnels. Okay, every single dollar. Okay, not $1 was made that was not through ClickFunnels.
That's so awesome. And what's fun about your story too is like, obviously you've been doing this for a while, but like I think you had kind of ups and downs, and then like as soon as it hit for you, it was like I started getting updates in the office here like every week, like Dan just passed 100 grand, 200 grand, 500 grand, and it was like the window between start to like $1 million, to like the 2 Comma Club was probably the fastest I've seen, at least publicly.
Yeah, it was 7. It took me 7 years to become a millionaire overnight. I have been in this game for a long time. I've tried every product out there. I've tried LP. I'll just do the acronym. I've tried everything. And when I got ClickFunnels, from the day I literally started messing with ClickFunnels to the day I hit $1 million was about 5 months, if I remember correctly. We're coming up on, I think, my 13th month, and I'm at 2.5 million. And it's just, and hold on, not only that, but, and guys, I don't mean to be materialistic, but I've always wanted a nice house. Okay. And
I'm nervous having Dan live. Where is he taking us?
Okay. Hold on. I've always wanted one of these too. Hold on. The light's coming up. The light's coming up slowly. I've always wanted one of these. Can you see that, Russell?
Oh yeah, we can see it.
Oh, you can see it? Okay. That's a Lamborghini, by the way. Now I know a lot of people think I'm like materialistic or whatever, but I used to benchmark myself for success. I used to sit on Trulia and Zillow, right? And I would sit on Trulia and Zillow, and I'd look at all these dream houses that I wanted, okay? And every month, the house I wanted would go away, it'd get sold or whatever. And every month it would I'd be like, okay, I just need to make $2 million to get that house. Or and I would goal set for myself because one of the things I've always wanted was a big house, and I got it. And it was because of ClickFunnels. Okay. I sold the same product I had sold for about 4 months prior to that. But when I started selling it through ClickFunnels, and I started not only ClickFunnels, but the knowledge and the training that goes with ClickFunnels, that's coupled with ClickFunnels, that's when it went nuts. And I mean, the Stripe account is just like, it's like a never ending spinning wheel, and the brake broke and it just keeps going and going and going like there's a little mouse on it, so it's absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, it's so cool. So for those who are wondering, like, should I do this, Dan? Should I take the leap of faith and invest $2,000 in changing my life? What would you tell to them?
Well, I don't want any more competition. No, I'm just kidding. So, I would say this. I challenge you to do something right now. I challenge you to go find, in the past 24 months, all of the big, from zero to millionaire verified success stories. Okay. And you will find that the lion's share of them, the vast majority of them, are doing it through ClickFunnels. So if that doesn't answer your question, then you know what? I hear they're taking applications down at the local McDonald's, okay? So that's all I can say. All right, somebody needs to serve McNuggets. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding. But that's what I would say, honestly.
Awesome, man. So everyone just heard that and you're ready to go to clickfunnels.com/start. Thanks, man, so much.
All right,
see you, Dad. All right, up next is Liz Benny. What's up, Liz? How you doing?
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
That's good.
You're calling in from the entire other side of the world from me right now. What time is it for you?
It is just noon. It's noon now.
Oh, perfect. I'm glad it wasn't like 3 a.m, so that makes me better. So let me tell us your ClickFunnels story. I'd love to hear it.
Okay, cool. So everyone that's listening to this right now, you've heard some incredible stories. I'm sitting in my version of the dream house right now. I'm not going to walk you around because you are literally all plugged in. But a story that I can tell you is that Mr. Russell Brunson, the big guru that you see there that you might have up on a pedestal right now, the Mr. Amazing, you know, the guy that's offering you this incredible opportunity right now, he has been jumping out on my trampoline just outside my window, just out there. And I took him to this home because he saw the crappy, we used to call it the SGB, which stands for the not so wonderful green bungalow. It was this tiny, moldy, disgusting house. And that's where we used to live, and it used to have a broken driveway, massive earthquakes here in Christchurch. And I used to be incredibly poor. I'm not going to I'm just going to call it like it is. And that feeling of not being able to provide for my family, and that feeling of not being able to be myself, and that feeling of not being able to get my message out there into the world got me to the point, honestly, of massive depression. I didn't know where I was going. I was like, there has got to be an easier way. And there was this really annoying guy on Facebook, and his name was Russell freaking Brunson. And I saw him all the time, and his name just kept coming up. And he was like this 12-year-old telling me that I can become like this overnight success story. And I'm like, whatever, 12-year-old, go away, right? So that was my experience then after a while of seeing this. Obviously, the retargeting on that ad was amazing, but I actually just took the leap of faith. And I actually think that I am probably member number 50. I'm like the grandma of ClickFunnels. I'm on the front page of ClickFunnels for good reason. I think everyone's like, Liz Benny, just go away, right? Tell us another story. But here's what I will say to you is that I'm in a position right now in life where literally the world is my oyster. I am in a situation where I can do whatever I want when I want. I have 3 operational funnels. Those are the ones that I, honestly, if I say to myself, how much money do I want to make this month? It really is about how much traffic do I want to send to those funnels that particular month, because the funnels work. It's just about how much traffic I'm going to send to them. It's my business right now is in a position where it's just scale city. So if you're sitting there listening right now and going, okay, cool, Liz, it's all very well and good for you. You know, I want my dream home too, but you can do it and I can't. I say to you, no, look at all these people here. We're all different. We all come in our different shapes and sizes and colors and backgrounds and everything. I'd say to you that you are very, very safe with ClickFunnels. You're very, very safe with Russell Brunson. There are not many people in this industry who can speak with such high levels of integrity, because there are a lot of scam artists in this industry. So if you're sitting there going, is this real? Can I actually trust Russell? Well, number one, he's made this a completely risk-free offer. So you'd be, in my mind, honestly, just do it. But you can trust him. That's what I want to say to you.
That's awesome. Well, thanks, Liz. It's been so much fun watching your whole transformation and journey over the last couple of years. And just so grateful for you to jump on and share your story as well.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you big time.
Awesome. Thanks, Liz. All right. Who's up next? This is so fun, by the way. This is like my favorite day ever. All right. So Ryan and Brad. What's up, guys?
Hey. What's up?
So I want to hear your guys' ClickFunnels story as well. It's been fun watching your journey and excited for other people here as well.
Brad, take it.
Okay. So Ryan and I are business partners, so that's why we're on here at the same time. And for those, there's got to be at least some financial services professionals out there that have been watching the webinar wondering, well, if I don't sell a product online, if it's not just a one-time transaction thing, like does ClickFunnels work for me if I have to meet with somebody face-to-face and take them through a whole process? That's where we were. We were pretty skeptical of that whole thing too, which is why it took us a little while to get into ClickFunnels. But what we want you to get out of our story is this absolutely still works for you if you're not actually selling a product, but you're trying to create relationships and have clients work with you one-on-one. And I'll do this. I want to show you a couple things, and then I'll turn it over. So Ryan and I run a financial services practice, and we had the big office downtown, tried to go kind of the normal route of trying to look very professional to try to get clients in and that whole thing. And we were the exact story that Russell talked about, which was we tried to hire developers and we spent like $10,000 doing that, and tried to hire people to drive traffic, and it was terrible. And money was just going down into a black hole until we finally found ClickFunnels. And now I would say this about how successful it's been. It's so successful, we barely use it. Right? Let me say that again. It's so successful, we barely use it, because every time we turn it on, we get swamped with more clients than we can meet with, and we have to turn it off again. And then we meet and fulfill and make a whole bunch of money, and then we turn it back on, and then a whole bunch more clients come in and we turn it off again.
Such a good problem to have.
It's awesome. And when we go to industry conferences and we're talking to people, the number one thing everybody's like, oh, where do you get leads? How many referrals do you get? And we're like, yeah, I keep having to turn it off because I have too many clients. And they're like, there's not space in their brain to process that. But that's not even the best part about it. Ryan and I now get to work out of our homes instead of driving 30 minutes and working downtown and doing all that. My kids just dropped off these little gifts for me, and I get to meet with my clients in my bare feet because I can run my entire practice virtually because I don't need everything that comes with a normal financial services firm. So for those that are wondering if this works to get clients and move them offline and work with them one-on-one, 100% absolutely. It's been working for us for 2 years now.
That's so cool. Right, about anything that, or are you just saying, yep, that's how it works for us now?
Yeah, man. And honestly, a lot of people on here have shared to pay for your ClickFunnels membership, teach people how to use ClickFunnels. We've had so many financial advisors over the last 18 months ask us what we're doing that just, 2 months ago, we decided to open up a course and teach people how to do what we do with ClickFunnels, financial advisors who are used to meeting with people over a kitchen table. And it was amazing to see their results. I mean, when we started sharing funnels with them that convert and drive traffic and give value to clients, all we had to do was push a button and a converting funnel went to someone else's ClickFunnels account. And you have made it so easy, Russell, to do business online. And that's what ClickFunnels has done for us. It's allowed us to do what we love to do and remove the headache of all of the technology stress that comes with it. We send out emails, we drive funnels. If we have an idea, we host a perfect webinar, and never once do we get online or on the phone and call our tech guy. We just push a button, have a funnel, run a webinar.
Make money.
Oh, so awesome. Thank you guys for sharing your story. Like I said, hope that helps everybody who's out there that does financial planning and business professionals, stuff like that. Like, it works. It works in all the businesses. So cool.
Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Hey, real quick before the next guest comes up, a bunch of people are asking, like, what's the offer again? So I'm going to go recap it real quick for you guys. If you can see my screen back here, I'll just tell you anyway. So again, to get started, go to clickfunnels.com/start. And the special offer is for just one payment of $19.97 today. Here's all the things you're going to get. You're going to get the 6-month account to ClickFunnels for free. Plus you get Backpack and Actionetics as long as you take action before the deadline's over. You're going to get the Funnel Builder Secrets Masterclass, the Funnel Hacking 201 Spy for Profit, the Traffic Secrets course, and the Funnel Script software. All of that is going to change your life. And all you got to do is go to clickfunnels.com/start. And then you can be just like all these people here right now who at one time were struggling and now are just having absolute certainty in all their goals inside their business. And it's amazing to watch. So very cool. All right, who is up next? All right, Alex, you are up next.
What's up, Russell?
How's it going, man?
I'm doing good. My daughter just walked in here. She goes, "Hey, that's Russell Brunson."
Tell her hi. I miss her.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, Alex, real quick, your story's fun because you've been working with entrepreneurs for a long time, and you've seen entrepreneurs all sorts of stuff, and you kind of just gotten into the ClickFunnels world more recently. I'd love to hear some of your thoughts on it.
Russell, I think that the easiest way to explain ClickFunnels is that most systems, you have to learn how to use a system in order to make it effective. And ClickFunnels is a system that when you learn it, it makes you effective. Because when you look at how it lays out and how it works, it actually teaches you how to sell. It teaches you how to bring people through a process. It's a system that in and of itself, just having the system makes you better at marketing. And we've changed our approach. We've changed how we put ourselves out there. We change how we attract people towards us. But I think the most important part for anybody who's considering this is, I don't like systems. I actually avoid most systems as much as I possibly can. But when you get into ClickFunnels, it's almost like a paint by number. It's not almost, it is a paint by number strategy in the system itself, which That's unheard of. Most of the time you have to go get a ton of training, you have to get a ton of help, a ton of support. But the fact is, ClickFunnels, like when you guys change something or add something, I go look because that's where the marketing world is going next.
That's awesome. I think one of the things, and I'm a student of yours as well, it's fun watching you talk about momentum, how entrepreneurs, like, they need to be moving all the time. And so many times we have an idea or a vision or product and we start moving, and then like the tech happens and they stop and we lose momentum and we just stop. And I think this is one of the most powerful things about ClickFunnels is it gives you the ability to keep momentum going forward and not have to stop.
Well, and if you can use a word processor, you can set up sophisticated funnels that will move somebody through a buying process and have them coming towards you as easy as like using Microsoft Word. It blew me away when we first got into the system. Russell, I thought I was going to somebody to be my ClickFunnels guy. We just do it ourselves. It's that easy.
I love it. But people are like, well, who's going to run this? I'm like, you should just run it. It's really that easy. It's so cool.
If I can run it, anyone listening can run it.
Oh, awesome. Thanks, Alex, for coming to sharing. What would you tell anybody who's on the fence that you want to push them over?
I just saw the deal that Russell laid out. It's much better than what I got when I bought ClickFunnels. You should buy
it. Awesome. Thanks so much, man. Cool. Well,
appreciate
next
you,
coming
Russell.
up again. Appreciate you too. All right, so go to clickfunnels.com/start if you're ready to get started and be like everybody here who's talking. And up next is Dr. Chad Woolner is going to be sharing his story. Think you're muted. Oh. How are you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm a little tired, but excited, so it makes it a lot easier.
Thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate it. I'm honored to be seriously, I'm like, what am I doing with all these other awesome people here? I'm a little out of my element as far as all these rock stars, but yeah, man, super excited to be here. Tell me what you want to know.
Well, so you're, again, I get people all the time. They're like, well, I see this works for authors and coaches and blah, 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 but you're a chiropractor.
Yep.
And you use ClickFunnels every single day. Talk about what you do and why you guys do it.
So rewind back when I first started in practice, it's no mystery that they don't teach chiropractors how to be entrepreneurs. They teach you how to be chiropractors. So starting my practice from scratch, I was very naive and ignorant and wide-eyed and thought that, maybe it was going to be a little difficult for a year, but then as soon as that year was done, I was going to be making 6 figures a year because I'm a doctor, right? I've got my doctor credentials and that's what you do, right? And 3 or 4 years later of struggle, well, and that's the thing is, I don't know if you want me to say this or not. I have the unique perspective. I've known Russell here for probably longer than anybody else. Met Russell. So Russell saw and was acutely aware of my struggle. He saw how painful it was that entire time. And I think he made ClickFunnels just for me, maybe to save my practice. I don't know. But anyways, he saw the struggle. And so obviously I was looking, I had talked with all the industry gurus and I'd looked at all sorts of different software and all these different things. And it was literally right at my wit's end where I was ready to just give up on chiropractic. I was like, I'm ready to just come work for Russell or do something. I don't know. Russell's like, we've got this new software program coming out. Give it a try and see if you can't use it and make it work for your practice. And so I was like, okay, cool. And so I jumped in. I was like, and maybe that's where I can beat Trey Llewellyn's stat of being the highest. I was number 10 or 20 or something like that. And so anyways, started using ClickFunnels and no joke, I feel like everything had led up to that moment. I remember the first funnel that we implemented, I told you about it. And I kind of was walking you through the process of what we were thinking we were going to do. And you were kind of nodding your head. You're like, I think that's going to work. We implemented it with ClickFunnels and it was a game changer for us. It was within a matter of literally weeks, our practice transformed. It was almost an overnight process and we didn't look back from there. It just grew and grew and grew. And it was unbelievable. In fact, and this is true story. Literally what's funny about this is before you asked me to be on this webinar here, Amber, my wife and I, we were driving through our neighborhood. We just bought a house about a year ago, brand new, beautiful home. And I was telling her, I was like, what's funny is ClickFunnels has changed our life. ClickFunnels is what bought this house for us and ClickFunnels. And she's like, you're right. And I'm like, it's kind of crazy that a software company has made such an impact on our family, like me personally, on my practice and everything. And what's incredible is that not only has it changed my practice, but I've since then, you're hearing kind of this same theme with brick and mortar business owners, is that they figure out how to use ClickFunnels in their practice, their business. It changes it, and then people are like wanting to know, like, well, how are you doing this? How are you doing this? And that's what I did. I created an online program teaching chiropractors how to use ClickFunnels in their practices. And since then, literally, I think today, I think last was like 250 chiropractors have my 231 chiropractors have my program all over the world, and they're using ClickFunnels, how to change their practices, how to bring in new patients. So yeah, it's been awesome.
So for anyone, we still have like well over like 1,500 people sitting watching. Like, what would you tell those guys?
Something very simple. Hesitation will cost you far more than the investment. You're going to lose a lot of money if you don't pull the trigger on this. I work with people all the time, and that's the biggest thing that I tell chiropractors is anything you're doing, if you hesitate, you're going to lose a lot of money. So please don't hesitate, pull the trigger. And I can, again, vouch for having known Russell probably longer than anybody else. I've had the privilege and honor and opportunity of calling him a friend of mine. I've had the opportunity to see kind of the intimate side of behind in his life, and I can assure you he's a solid, straight up guy. The software program is incredible. He really is truly everything he's saying. He wants to help business owners. So jump on board with him. You can't go wrong. Honestly, it's amazing.
Awesome. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
You bet, buddy.
Very cool. So for those of you guys who are still wondering, where's the link? How do I get started? It's clickfunnels.com/start. It's time to start. All right, up next, we got Anthony DiClementi. How's it going,
What's going on? It's going great. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for jumping on.
This webinar has been fantastic. I've been loving it.
It's been so much fun. So for you have passion. You have ideas. You're such a talented person. And I think I've known you for a while, and you kind of struggled a while getting it out. I'd love to hear some of your ClickFunnels story of how you're able to use it as a tool to get your message out to more people.
Yeah, man. So one of my favorite quotes is that money likes speed. And I was really good at spending a lot of money fast and like in the wrong places. And I remember spending like $10,000 to build a website and like crossing my fingers, hoping it would work. And it didn't at all. And it was like the last $10,000 I had. And I ended up taking the plunge in 2014 with ClickFunnels, but like I still had so much of this old programming where like you need to hire developers and have them do things for you. So I was like hiring developers and then asking them to do things for me in ClickFunnels. And then I realized from the amazing community that you've built here that I could do a lot of this stuff myself. And there's so much more transparency now, and the ability to make changes to your website is like instantaneous. And that's completely changed our business. I mean, we've done over 20,000 copies now of the Biohacker's Guide, and it's all because of ClickFunnels. And can you guys hear okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. And our goal is to hit, we've got some stuff in place to hit 100,000 plus before Funnel Hacking Live 2018. And like, we're going to make some moves there. I want to be on stage getting the 2 Comma Club, and none of it would be possible without ClickFunnels. I'd probably still be spending tens of thousands of dollars on websites and hoping they work. I was actually creating split tests while watching your webinar, because I was like, oh, that's a great idea. Why aren't we doing that in our funnel? And I'm in ClickFunnels making those changes. So it's a complete game changer. And yeah, I think anyone that like believes in themselves and kind of has the mentality of, I'm not going to quit until I get it. All you need is that determination and the right tools, and the right tools being ClickFunnels. And if you like are willing to bet on yourself and willing to do whatever it takes, and you have ClickFunnels in your corner, then like the world is your oyster.
So cool. And one thing I always talk about is, there's 2 sides of ClickFunnels, right? One side is like the entrepreneur makes money, but the second side is like the entrepreneur, as they're making money, are helping other people and changing their lives. And I know some of your work, obviously what you do. I would love if you share just like the impact you're now able to have on people's lives and their bodies, and like what they're able to do here on this earth.
Yeah. So one of them that's like fresh on our mind, Mark Lumia signed up at Funnel Hacking Live 2017. And he was at our place. So like when I first started using ClickFunnels, I was sharing an apartment, a moldy apartment in Chicago. Like Liz mentioned, I was like, oh, that was me too. You forget like where you've come. I was in a moldy apartment in Chicago with 2 other guys, paying $400 a month, because that's all I could do. And like everything else got dumped into bad online decisions besides ClickFunnels. And now we're like, this morning I went for a walk on the beach with my dad and my girlfriend, and we're all at a house 5 minutes from the ocean in Delray Beach, Florida, entirely because of ClickFunnels. And it's changed our lives in so many ways. Well, Mark Lumia was here last weekend, just a few months after signing up for the program. He's down like 85 pounds. And we were on the row machine in like my man cave garage that we've converted into a gym. And when he first started in February, he was like, it took him like 3 minutes to row 500 meters. And on Saturday, he rode it in like 1 minute and 38 seconds. And I looked and I'm like, my best ever time is like 1:26. And this guy's like, he's down 85 pounds. He's almost crushing my best time. And now I got to get on the row machine and like, you know, like back myself up. But like, that's one person of like the tens of thousands and millions that we're reaching every month, you know, through our podcast and like everything from the podcast to the free book funnel to our membership site to our biohacking week event to our high ticket. It's all through ClickFunnels. And it's all because of you guys. And like a lot of people haven't talked about the community here, but it's amazing. If I'm looking to launch a webinar funnel, I know that there's thousands of people that I could hit up and say, hey, what's working well for you? And they'll say, oh, just do this and this. This is converting way better than, you know, these other ones. And they'll tell you what to do and just condense that learning curve down to like as short as it possibly can be. And money like speed, impact like speed. And the more, you know, the more people like this community and tools that you have on your side, the greater your chance of success.
Awesome. Well, thanks, man, for jumping on and sharing your story. I love what you're doing. I love how people's lives are changing. It's so fun.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
No worries. Now, as we're waiting for our next, I think might be our last guest, I just want to stress for everyone who's like thinking about this and waiting, like, I don't know about you, but as an entrepreneur, like I wanted to do big things. I wanted to sell stuff. I wanted to help people. I wanted to do this sort of stuff. And it was always really, really, really hard. And like our entire mission with ClickFunnels, with our company, with our training, with our products, with our software, everything is to like put the power back in the hands of the entrepreneur and give you the ability to actually go out there and change the world and help people and serve people. And I don't know any better way than this. And so if you know that's you and you hear this calling and you're like, that's me. Like I'm an entrepreneur. Like I have gifts, I have talents, I have skills. Like I want to go out there and help other people. Like this is the path. It's not something we made up. It's not something we invented in the last, 24 hours. Like this path has been written by thousands, tens of thousands of entrepreneurs. Like I said before, like we have over 52,000 active members as of today. So you're not the first run. It's not our first rodeo. Like we've done this over and over and over. And the new live training is starting next week. So it's time to jump back on, get into live training, start using the software, going through the program together as a community. And so you can get results like these people. I would love in 6 months from now to be on the thing that like, I didn't know if Russ was talking about was true. It looks like he's 12 years old. He's all crazy talking fast, but man, I did it. I took the plunge and like, look at what happened. And if you go in there, you take the plunge and it doesn't work for you. Like I said, we have risk-free money back guarantee. Like we will literally give you every penny back. Like I don't need your money. I'm fine. This is about you, not about me. Whether you take this investment and you invest your time and your energy, your money or not, it will not change the quality of my life whatsoever. Like this is about you. It's about changing the quality of your life. And the only way to do that right now is to go to clickfunnels.com/start and get started. Like jump in this process, get momentum, start moving forward, and let's get your message out there so you can change the world. And it's gonna be fun. All right. So up next, I'm a little nervous about this one. I'm not gonna lie. We've got Dave up next, man. How you doing?
I'm actually a disgruntled customer. I snuck into this group. I want a refund on my free book. I didn't read it, but I was supposed to make $1 million the next day. I'm great, man. Can you imagine? I just Trojan horse myself into this Zoom call. Hours. All right. Serious.
But tell people what you do for real so they understand what you're doing in your world.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like, don't let these baby doll eyes fool you. I've been an e-commerce seller for 13 years, guys. While I was listening to everybody talk about like the trajectory, I did a Wayback Machine on one of my companies. So I own a few brands, getkombucha.com. We sell really cool kits on how to make kombucha. So people talk like, will it work for me? Like I sell hippie fungus yeast kits to make hippie fungus yeast tea, which recreates itself to make more hippie fungus. Like if you could sell fungus, you can sell anything with ClickFunnels, right? Also, we sell hot sauce kits and fun DIY gift kits. I also now coach and do courses thanks to this fantastic man. And it's incredible. So I went to the Wayback Machine, and like in 2007, it just brought back so many memories of calling, another country, spending whatever. Like, I mean, I know people get ClickFunnels for free for 6 months, which is insane. There's part of me that's like, well, why didn't I sign up today? But then I'm like, well, I wouldn't have made all the millions of dollars the last 2 years then or helped other people to make those millions if I signed up earlier. So it's worth, I don't mind paying the 6 months, but whatever the cost is, like that was my cost per hour to get my font to be like red Tahoma. And all those old school internet marketers guys know, like, to get your font to be like red Tahoma font, that was the cool thing. I had a Yahoo Merchant Solution account. When ClickFunnels came out, I knew instantly. Loki Pages. When I saw Loki Pages and some other sites, I bought a yearly membership because I was like, this is the thing. And like, I love to make money, but I hate to waste money. And the next day, I didn't even bother asking for a refund or credit or whatever. I went all in on the ClickFunnels, and I bought a year, whatever the year thing was, or 6 months thing, and it's a completely changer. And whatever amount of money like I had already paid in those other softwares, I made it back like a week later. Like it's insane. I also want to say something else. This is the first time in history that the people that are making the technology, I call it like software 2.0. Like, I mean, Russell, would you say you are not a tech guy? Would you agree you're not a tech guy? Yeah. Right. So Russell, guys, so if you're thinking like, okay, but what am I going to sell? How am I going to sell it? This is like the best bicyclist in the world finally got to design the best bicycle, right? So it used to be the guy who used to make the bikes. He never rode a bike. He never rode a bike before. Finally, guy who's the best at this: marketing, storytelling, understanding, giving value, building your tribe, building your community. Finally, got the keys to the castle, made an incredible team, which, by the way, all of us, we just got asked short notice. It's like everybody's in different parts of the world. We all have families. We all have other obligations. And like that, we jumped on this call. If your friend tells you to go to a restaurant, you go to it. But think about this, right? Like the amount of people that this man has influenced that are willing. And this is a short list, right? So like this is such a unique time in history that he's attracted people to express his stuff. And that brings me to point number 2. Let's say you already have a business and you say, okay, I don't want paint by numbers. ClickFunnels gives you the other direction as well. You could express. You have an idea. That idea can be expressed, and you could start running traffic. You could send a link out in hours. Something that would take me months. And let's be fair, I just never did it because I got so overwhelmed. So all these things up here can be expressed easily, quickly. And so that's my joy. But if you're just starting, feel good knowing that Russell's thing, he's the best bicyclist in the world that finally got the chance to build the best bicycle, and you're getting both today.
So cool. That's a really interesting way, because I was the similar way. I use tech tools, and you're like, who invented this? What were they thinking? And it's really cool that it's created by marketers for marketers, and yeah, it's amazing. So, and the last things for everyone who's still on here, we still have like 1,200 plus people on. So what are you going to tell those guys to push them over the edge once and for all?
I mean, this has got to be something that you want. And actually, I'm going to call something out. If something took 6 months to do, if something took other things you had to buy and learn, and like, then you have an excuse. Then all of a sudden you put the responsibility on someone else. Right? There's no excuses. I can't believe I'm saying this right now, because like people used to tell me this. I'm like, and then, but you have to at some point in your life, you have to make an analog decision. Either the light switch is on or the light switch is off. And so let's stop dimming around, and you got to make a decision. And it really comes down to, do you believe in yourself? That's it. You don't need all the answers. There's so many people that are going to help. First buy everything, but then go to the Facebook page. Look, there's an amazing loving community. Software is not fun. Software is not loving and cheery go hum. But this somehow made it because it's a bigger purpose. The ClickFunnels, as great as it is, it's just a bridge or a vehicle or a bicycle to get you where you are to where you need to go. And there's passionate, incredible human beings that are doing it for so many different niches. Like, people are doing this to sell services. People are doing this to sell products in so many different niches. Brian and I mean, I still, as much as I'm using ClickFunnels to do, redemption funnels, to do bridge pages to Amazon, to then boomerang them back to ClickFunnels. Like, there's so many ways you could do it. But the cool thing is like, you don't have to think about them because they're all done for you. So I don't know what else to tell you guys. You just got to either turn the light switch on or off right now.
That's awesome. Well, thanks, man, for jumping on, sharing your story. I'm going to go buy some hippie fungus stuff now that I know there's a funnel for it. Oh, that's awesome. Cool. Well, thank you, Dave. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out.
Just to take you.
Oh, thanks, man. All right. So thanks, everyone who's been hanging out. I appreciate you jumping on. I want to jump back on the slides and kind of close this out, if that's all right. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out and sharing your stories. Appreciate you guys. How do I jump back over there now? I'm just going to jump on right here. We got a whole team here going crazy. We're all so excited. We've been killing ourselves to share. Hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys enjoyed the presentation today. One last recap, one last push. And I hope you guys felt the heartfelt of how much we love and care about our entrepreneurs and the people we're serving, and we want to serve you as well. So here's a little recap of the offer one last time, if you can see here. Not sure if you can see that or not. There we go. So once again, you're going to get the 6-month account to ClickFunnels for free, plus you get Action X and Backpack as well. You get the Funnel Builder Secrets Masterclass, Funnel Hacking 101, Spy for Profit. You're going to get the Traffic Secrets Training Course, the Funnel Script software, everything for just one payment today of $19.97. $2,000. Have a tool and a training system that'll pay you for the rest of your life. I don't know about you, but that is the most insane offer ever. After you do this, you're going to go right now to clickfunnels.com/start and walk you through the process. You're going to go there, you're going to scroll on the page, and you're going to get signed up. Okay. You're going to get ClickFunnels for free for the next 6 months. After you log in the account, you're going to go and set up your Click Start call. I mean, someone from our team, probably one of these beautiful people over here, is going to be on the call with you and going to help you to get your account set up. Okay. So we're not leaving you alone. We're not going to do things you sign up for and you disappear. Like, we'll have somebody on the phone to help you get it connected for your specific business. We'll help you get your first domain purchase. Like, we'll do everything so that you've got it set up. Okay. Then you're going to log in, and over the next 10 weeks, I'm going to be taking you personally hand by hand and saying, okay, here's the first step. Just do this, nothing else. And you're going to do that. And then the next week, here's the next step. And then you're just going to do that. And then here's the next step. And we're going to do that over 10 weeks. And by the time the 10 weeks is over, your funnel will literally be launched. Okay. I don't care if you're selling hippie fungus, if you're selling coaching, if you're selling dentistry, chiropractor. What else do we have? We had people from every industry, financial planning. If you have e-commerce, whatever it is you're selling, it doesn't matter. Like, this process works. This is how selling happens today and how it's going to continue to happen in the future. And we are here because we love you. We care about you. We want to support you. We want to serve you. And the only way to do it now is to go and get started. You've got to take that leap of faith. You have to take that first step and just do it. And the step might be scary at first. You might be like, I don't know if I can do it. You can do it, and it's not that hard. All you got to do is go to clickfunnels.com/start. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, like, I don't know if I can do that, like, what if it doesn't work? The coolest thing is you got a 30-day money-back guarantee. So go in there, start, do your onboarding call, jump on the trainings. You'll be 6 weeks into the training or whatever, it's 4 weeks in the training. At that point, like, is this working for me? If it's not, then just let us know. We'll give you every penny back. I do not need your money. I will give it back to you, and you're completely fine. But if it does work, this could literally transform your life. Okay, I said it earlier, and I'll say it again, not to be cocky or anything, but I want you to understand, like, this is not about me at all. Whether you sign up today or not, it's not going to change my quality of life even one iota. Like, nothing will change for me, but everything can and will change for you. This is not about me. This is not about my company. It's about you as an entrepreneur to be able to take your ideas, your product, your service, whatever it is that you sell, whatever it is you do, the way you serve humanity, ClickFunnels becomes the vehicle that'll help you get your message, your product, your service out to the world. Okay. And we're here. We care about you. We're here to support you. And I promise you, if you go through this training, if you go all in, do what Brandon and Caitlin did. Watch the first training, do it, and then pause and go and do the thing. Then watch the next part, do it, pause it, and then go do it. And do that process over the next 10 weeks. And if you do that, I promise you, at the end of this process, you will have a business. You will have a funnel. You will have everything up and running. You have traffic going to your funnels. Like, the process will be done. And that's our gift to you guys. And that's what we want to do today. So once again, now is the time to get started, to get off your seat, stop waiting. Open up a new browser window in Chrome, Firefox, whatever you want to use. Go to clickfunnels.com/start. That's it. And take that leap of faith. And I promise you guys, it's a leap of faith, but it's not really that scary, because the worst case scenario it doesn't work, and then we give your money back. Best case scenario, it changes your life, it changes your business, but more importantly, it gives you the ability to change other people's lives. And that's what business is all about. That's why I'm in business. I'm sure that's why you're in business as well. So that's the step, you guys. But I can't take the step for you. I can tell you, I can make an irresistible offer. I can get all my friends come on here who are using this and tell their stories, but you've got to do it. Like, I can lead you to the water, but you've got to take the drink yourself. You got to take that step. I can't do it. I wish I could. If I could just like make you drink the water, I promise you would love it. And you'd be like, that was amazing. But the last step's up to you. So you got to do it. Now is the time. Don't wait. Don't think about it. Just jump, take a leap of faith. I promise we're here to catch you, and we will help support you, and we will take you on your journey. But now is the time to get started. So once again, you guys written this down hopefully 2,500 times. You got to go to clickfunnels.com/start. Let's get your account started. Let's get you started in this process. I'm going to show you what's going to happen over the next month, 6 months, 12 months, next year, 2 years, 3 years. I want you on our next event on stage telling your story, okay? Because that's what we're creating. We're creating entrepreneur success stories, and that is what I want from you. So thanks again so much. You guys hanging out this webinar. We've been going for a couple hours now. It's been a ton of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. We killed ourselves. We were here till 2:30 last night putting this together for you. We were working all the way. I didn't even finish all my slides in time, but I didn't care. I just want to get this message out to you guys, to show you guys what's happening, what's working, and what you guys need to do now to get started. So with that said, thank you guys so much for hanging out today. Go to clickfunnels.com/start, and I will talk to you guys all again soon. Bye, everybody.